Well, hello there. Welcome and thank you for tuning into my channel. In this video, I will show you how I use my Sekonic L318B light meter. I know this is kind of old stuff, but I think it is still worth sharing because there is a lot of aspiring photographers and they are on a budget just like me. So, I am going to show you how to use this light meter that I got from Marketplace. And when I found it, I went to see the seller, but because of my curiosity, why she's selling it, I asked. I said, I asked why you're selling it. She said, my brother was a photographer. I said, what happened to him? He retired? She said, he died. Well, I think I can still make use of it, and buying it without any instruction manual that comes with it, I have to search the internet if there is any instruction that I can find to help me figure out how to use it. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything. There's a lot of tutorials that I see and I watch, but not for this model. So I said to myself, maybe I will make this video to help others who got the same thing and don't know how to use it. And so just to make their life easier for them. If you are one of them, stay tuned and I will be right back. So here is my Sekonic light meter, and this is the model number is written in the back here. It's model number L318B. 318B, and this is how it works. This dome here, you have to turn to the front in order to use it to be facing the camera. And what you do is to set this up, you turn this on with this button here, put it up, and it will come out like this. Now usually you will use the light meter with the lowest ISO, but in this case I'm not going to change any lighting here. I will use the lighting as it is here, everything, so it will be easier to understand how the light meter works. So when changing the ISO number, you press this button here. This is the ISO, it marks ISO. You press that and you turn your meter, and this way you have the increase and decrease. And to see it here, you see this number here for the ISO, it's marked ISO. When you press the low, it goes down. You press up, it goes up. So I'll set my meter here at 500 because that's what. Now at the bottom here, when you press this, you see that it changes EV, and when you press it again, it goes T. It means T, time, or shutter speed. So I want to set my shutter speed at that, but this is a limited shutter speed. Look. When you press this and you press bottom, high, when you press, it changed. The ISO is okay, but without pressing this, okay, if you press this one, it is EV, it doesn't do anything. Okay, but when you press it again, it says F and time. So the time is the shutter speed. Now it's 250 shutter speed, and if you want to lower that, you press the low button there. There is a moving subject, maybe 125 is work. But if just regular, you can start with a minimum, or there is the lower the shutter speed, the brighter it's going to be. So let me start with 60 at least, and then that's ready. You have the ISO set at 500, the shutter speed at 60, and you're ready. You pretend that this is the subject you're taking, or let's see, this is the subject. You put this beside the subject or in front of the subject, and you press this button here to set it up. So it's facing the light source or facing the camera. The light source is in the angle, but you face this dome to the camera, and you press this, and you see it's 2.8. That's the aperture that you have to set up. If you have a lens that is capable of taking a 2.8 aperture, you're all set. However, my lens, okay, let's put that aside. I have my lens here. I have a lens that I'm going to use to take the picture of this, and I have to set up my camera. Okay, my lens says 1.832. It means at 1.8 opening, this is 32 millimeter size. My camera is Alpha 6000 Sony, and I have the setting on manual mode. Now let's see how it is. Battery is good. The setting here is the shutter speed. I have to set up at 1/60, as the light meter said. But here is f4, so I have to change the f4 because it says 2.8. 2.8. So I change at 2.8, or 1/60 shutter speed, f2.8, and I have the 500 ISO all set up. Okay, now let me take a picture of the subject that I showed you. You just don't aim in focus. You have to make sure that your camera is in focus. If you're in manual mode, you have to turn your focusing ring in your lens. Once you got in focus, then you can take the picture. Okay, I have my camera set to picking, and the picking level, it shows all red subject, and then you can just press, and here it is. Now I just took the picture, and that's it. That's how to set up your Sekonic light meter. And well, I think it applies to all kind of light meter, but this is specifically for the Sekonic L318B. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and happy shooting. Bye now.